Hey guys, it's Ethan here.
And Chantal.
And today we're going to be talking about how we met each other and all that stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I remember being in school one day and I was in like some art class and I remember my friend texted Ethan on my Snapchat and said, oh no, sorry, hold on. I texted Ethan and said, do you have any friends that my friends could date? Because my friend was like, oh, I want a boyfriend. So, and my friend at the time saw a picture of Ethan. She's like, he's cute. And I was like, oh, hell nah. Because I liked Ethan, but then she started texting Ethan on my phone. And then I remember when I got in the car, getting ready to, while Mum was driving us home, I was texting Ethan myself and we started talking. What do you remember from then?
Well, I remember I was at school. I was in PDS, and I was sitting around with a bunch of my mates. And one of my mates is like, I know that person. And I'm like, do you? And he's like, yeah. And he's like, we went to school together. I'm like, okay. And he's like, do you like her? And I'm like, yeah. And he's like, alright. I'm like, why? And he's like, oh, no reason. And yeah, we started talking then. And yeah, and what else do you remember?
Pardon me. After that, so we were talking for a while, but we were just talking as friends. And a while down the track, I remember, so I was almost gonna say it now. I was friends with this girl that was family friends with Ethan. And I remember she's like, you like no, she's like, oh, there's something that I know someone's been talking about you. And I was like, whoa, who's talking crap about me? Like, I remember thinking, are you serious? And she's like, oh, like, no one's talking crap about you, but like, I can't tell you. And I'm like, no, because I'm one of those people. I'm like, you can't just tell me that someone's talking about me and then not tell me what it's about. And I was like pressuring her, and I'm like, no, it's, you know, if someone's talking about me, I have every right to know what it's about. And she's like, oh, it's Ethan. I was like, what about him? She's like, he likes you. I was like, oh, I like him too. And I think that Ethan texted me and said that he liked me. Is that what happened? Yeah, so Ethan texted me and said that he liked me. And then I said, oh, so-and-so told me too.
Yeah. Well, we didn't start dating then yet.
No.
It was like a couple more months after that. Because in the midst of this, I was all going to be moving to Sydney. So I didn't know what to do, so I was just waiting. And then, yeah, time went on. And
feelings grew stronger.
Yeah, and I was camping at one stage with a whole bunch of my family, and yeah, I don't know where I was, but I was out camping at a caravan park, and I decided to ask her. Well, it was over text message, but there was nothing really I could do because we were out there for like a week or two, and we weren't coming back home for a while, because we normally used to go out camping as a family once a year, so every one of the family members could come and just talk to each other and chill. That haven't seen each other in a while, so I decided to ask her out over text. And at the time I was cooking, so I told her I had to say something, but I left it after like I had breakfast, and that was like a long time. And then I said to her that I was having breakfast, and that by the time I texted her again, it was like nighttime.
Yep, I remember being on the phone to my friend. Pardon me, sorry, I have indigestion. I remember being on the phone to my friend, and she texted me, she's like, oh, Ethan's gonna ask you out. I was like, I don't know. And he texted me, said, can I ask you something? I'm like, yeah, sure. It's like, I'll ask you when I get back. I'm gonna go make myself cereal.
No, I didn't make myself cereal. I made myself bacon and eggs.
Yeah, you said cereal to me.
But I cooked bacon and eggs. I cooked for everyone as well.
And he was gone for like an hour or more. I was like to my friend, did he fall in his cereal bowl? Like, what happened? I'm like, wasn't he supposed to ask me something? He's nowhere to be seen or heard. And my friend was like, I don't know, maybe he's scared to ask you. And I was like, I don't know, it's over text. I don't know why you'd be scared. And yeah, I didn't hear from him. And then hours later, he asked me out.
Yeah, I wasn't scared. Everyone was not supposed to be on their phones at the time because we were talking to each other, and yeah, no one was allowed to be on their phones because we haven't saw our family members in a while, so we just always had to talk to each other. And then then at night time when I was on my phone, I decided to ask her out. Yeah.
Yeah. Do you remember how he asked me out?
Also, I just said, "Well, you want to go out with me?" Yeah, it's just plain and simple.
And I just said yes.
Yeah.
We made a Facebook official
that day, I think. Yeah.
And I remember maybe a week after we started dating, Ethan came to see me at my school.
I went to school for that as well.
He was in another campus, so we went to the same school but different campuses. Yeah. And he was wearing the same uniform, and still the teachers kicked him out. Not the first time.
Not
I think it was the second time.
Well, it was the second time, because the second time I bring my mate along with me. And he was playing with the other kids playing soccer. And
bro, he just made friends with anyone easy. It was so cool. Like,
well, we drove there anyway, not underage, but illegally drove there, so... Yeah, so...
I didn't know that at the time.
Yeah.
I figured they took a bus.
Nah.
I didn't know. But yeah, that's how... I mean, he first met me though. Like, well, not met.
I first, like, saw her, like, months or maybe a year before we actually started dating, but we weren't really... We were just talking at that stage. And
what do you mean, on Instagram or Facebook?
Yeah, on Instagram, Facebook and Snapchat.
Yeah, he found me at first, like, it was either Facebook or Instagram.
I think it was through Instagram, through mutual friends.
My friends that he was friends with put up a photo of us all together, and Ethan said, who's that blonde girl? Because at the time I had blonde hair, and she's like, who's that blonde girl? And then they were like, oh, Chantal White. And what did you say?
I just said you were pretty.
Yeah, he said she's pretty.
Yeah.
And then he somehow found me on either Facebook or Instagram. I think the first time I remember seeing it was Instagram.
Yeah, Instagram. I knew her friends before I knew her. Like, I think I knew 3 of your friends before you. Yeah.
And I knew them before him.
Oh, well,
one of them I was friends with since prep.
I knew one before you even knew her. So...
Who? Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And the other 2 I met from that person anyway.
Yeah.
And, well, at the time we were doing streaks and you kept losing streaks.
I didn't even friend him.
She was wondering why I was losing her streaks apparently with her. But she didn't even friend me back on Snapchat.
I didn't know that, you guys, though. So... I remember I was sitting with my friend in music class and I'm like, I have a boyfriend. She's like, oh, I want to see. And I showed her. She's like, oh, he's cute. And she's like, I'm so happy for you. And then I go on my Snapchat and I go to click on his profile and I'm like, I'm not even friends with him. And we were dating for what, 2 weeks?
We were dating for like 3 weeks.
3 weeks. Yeah. I was like, oh my gosh, I'm not even friends with him on Snapchat. My friend's like, are you me. She's like, how did you do that?
So for the whole year that we were friends on Snapchat, we were supposedly friends on Snapchat. We weren't friends. Only I was friends with her. So what happened was I was sending her streaks, and she wouldn't always get them because we weren't friends. So it wouldn't pop up that I've sent her a Snapchat, and she'll be wondering why I've lost the streaks, but it's actually her that's lost the streaks. And when I say that you've lost the streaks, she's like, no, I haven't lost the streaks, you have.
In my mind, it wasn't me. I had no idea because I usually friended people back, so I had no idea because I followed him back on Instagram, Facebook. I thought, why are we not friends? I was so confused. I'm like, why wouldn't I have followed him back? Like, what the heck? I still don't know how that happened.
I don't know either, but all I know is I was friends with you and you weren't.
Yeah, and my friend was like, what the heck? How did you manage that? I'm like, don't ask me. I don't even think I was present in that moment. My mind thought that I was friends with him, so I don't know, that was so strange to me. And my friend was like, that's so mean. I was like, it was an accident. Like,
so mean. It was mean.
it was an accident.
We would have had probably over 1,000 streaks by now if you friended me then.
Probably.
Because that was in 2016.
Yeah.
We started streaks 2016.
But yeah, it was very strange. So we did a lot of talking, a lot of being friends, and then also, why couldn't you tell me, hey, you didn't friend me back on Snapchat?
Because I thought we were friends, but I just assumed that you weren't wanting to send me streaks anymore, so I just left it.
No, because I remember you telling me after I friended you back, I can't believe you just friended me now, like,
because it just popped up.
I've been waiting for you to be my friend for a while.
No, because it just popped up saying that you became friends with me just then. So
that explains it. So I kept losing my streaks with him. I kept wondering why.
And you kept blaming me when it wasn't even my fault.
It was all your fault.
No.
And we first officially met. So we did meet at the school. And he'd come over sometimes, get in trouble, get kicked out. And yeah, my mum would sometimes pick him up and take him to my house. But the official...
Well, the first time we ever went out on a date was... We went to a shopping centre. And we met up. And I think you were with one of your friends as well?
Yes, and she was with her boyfriend. It was like a double date
thing, yeah.
And yeah, I remember some other people came uninvited.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because my friend invited them. I was like, what are you doing? This is supposed to be a double date. Like, I don't get what the point was, but...
Yeah,
I think she thought more people...
the merrier,
yeah, it would be fun. But, yeah, so that's how we met.
Yeah.
And we've been together for 5 years.
Going on 6 years. Next year. In March.
Been together for a long, long time.
Yep.
And I think we mentioned this in a mukbang, however it's worded. We, got engaged within dating a year.
Yeah.
So we've been engaged for 4 years and together for 5.
Yeah.
Next year will be 6 years in March. So there may be a video if we're doing anything that, I mean, we usually always do stuff for our anniversary, but
I don't think we've missed a day.
no, we haven't.
No.
So, pardon me, sorry. So yeah,
That's a story and how we met. It may not sound the most interesting, but yeah. Alright, well, thanks for listening to our story, guys.
and thanks for watching our video. We
Yeah.
hope you enjoyed.
Yeah. Hopefully. It's not the best story, but it will do.
It's a very childish story. We met in high school, so
Yeah.
relationships didn't last really, except for us.
Yeah.
So yeah. Well, we hope you enjoyed. We hope you're having a wonderful day out there, or night, whatever it is for you guys.
And if you like the video, leave a like and subscribe if you want to.
Up to you, completely up to you.
Yeah. Alright.
Bye.